So Diana has 109 magnets. So write that on your paper, right? 109, whether it's your whiteboard or your paper, right? 109. Roger has 56 more magnets than Diana. This is something important. 56 more magnets. That's not saying that he has 56 magnets. It's saying he has 56 more than Diana. So now the question is, how many magnets do Diana and Roger have in all, right? So we know Diana has 109. How can I figure out how many magnets Roger has? Taylani, what am I going to do to figure out how many Roger has?
You are going to add 109 and 56 together.
Perfect. So that's our first step, right? Add 109 and 56 together. So you guys go ahead and do that on your paper or your whiteboard, okay? I'll give you a minute to start it on your own. So you're doing 109 plus 56. Now you can do it whatever way works for your brain. I'm going to show you the way that I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to add 9 plus 6, and I get 15, right? I put my ones here, my extra 10 up there. And I'm going to add my 10. 5 plus 1 is 6. 1 plus 0 is 1. And you should have gotten 165. Now, are we done? Is that the end of the problem? Nope. What do they want to know next? What's the next thing they want to know? Jasnor?
They want to know how many Diana and Roger have in all.
Okay, so what's my next step I need to do then?
109 plus 165.
Perfect. That's your next step. So remember, the first step we had to figure out how many Roger had, which was 165. Now we need to figure out how many they have in all. So now do your next step. 109 plus 165. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to give you a minute to start. Okay, so now I'm going to start doing mine. So I've got 9 plus 5, which is 14. I'm going to put my ones here, put my extra 10 up there. 6 plus 1 is 7. I'm going to add 1 plus 1 is 2. So no matter how you did it, no matter what strategy you used, you should have gotten 274. Show me a thumbs up if you got 274. Checking in. Good, I'm seeing lots of thumbs up. Good job, guys. I think some of you were still working on it, and that's okay, but a majority of you had a thumb up, which is great. Okay, so remember, this didn't ask for a specific way to do it. So any strategy you used to solve is okay, right? If you broke apart the numbers, if you drew your tens blocks, right? Your hundreds blocks. If you do that, yes, you guys can erase everything. That's fine. As long as you got these answers, then you're good. Okay, you can go ahead and erase everything. I'm going to give you our next problem. Okay. Next one. We're going to find the sum of 345 and 626. Doesn't tell us there's a specific way we have to do it, so any way that works for you. Find the sum, which remember, Jasnora told us yesterday, the sum is the answer to an addition problem. So find the sum of these two numbers. Any way you want to do it, okay? Go ahead, do that on your whiteboard now. That is what you are solving right now. Any way that works for your brain. And I'm going to do it a couple different ways on here so you guys can see. Okay, so I showed you guys a couple different options. Okay, let me talk through those real quick. Okay, so on this one, I took our numbers and I made them into our tens blocks, right? I counted my ones and it turned into a 10, right? And then I just added all together. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hundreds. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus my extra one, 7 tens, and my extra one, which is a 1. Okay, another way that I did it was I broke apart my numbers. So I broke apart 345 to get 300 plus 40 plus 5. And then I broke apart 626 to get 600 plus 20 plus 6. I added them all together to get 971. Somebody told me in the chat that you got 971. Show me thumbs up if you also got 971. Good. Seeing lots of thumbs up. Awesome. All right. Good job, guys. You can erase your boards. All right, we have 2 more we're gonna do, okay? So the first one, which one on here was it that I wanted to do? All right, let's work on another word problem. Yes, Hannah. Oh, Hannah, do you have a question?
On the first one that we did, not the one before this one, the one before that one.
With Diana and Roger?
I got 899. I did it all correctly.
Okay, so tell me what you did.
I did stacking. I did 109 plus 56, and I got 165.
Okay, good.
Then I added the 109 to 165. Then I added it all together, and then it was 899.
Okay, so if you're looking here, so you have 109 plus 165, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first you're going to do 9 plus 5. What's 9 plus 5?
It's usually 14.
Okay, so then you put your 4 here, put a 1 here, and then you've got 1 plus 6. What's 1 plus 6?
1 plus 6 is 7.
So we put our 7 here, and then 1 plus 1 is
2.
2. So you should have gotten 274.
Oh.
So somewhere you might have misread something, or that happens sometimes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so let's work on this word problem again, because word problems are usually where math tries to trick you. Okay, so let's do one together again. Okay, Mr. Coleman drives 129 miles on Monday, right? So write that number down, 129. He drives 78 more miles on Tuesday than on Monday, right? So 78 more than Monday. So this was Monday, right? So now we got to find Tuesday. There we go. So I'm going to add 78 to this. Okay. And then we know that it's asking Mr. Coleman, how many miles does Mr. Coleman drive all together on Monday and Tuesday? So first, we have to figure out how much he drove on Tuesday. Then our second problem is going to be Monday plus Tuesday. We don't know Tuesday yet, right? So let's find Tuesday. Someone go ahead, just unmute and tell me, what is 9 plus 8? Just go ahead and
17.
17. Good. So I put my 7 there. I put my 1 up here. Okay. I know 2 plus 1 is 3. So someone tell me, what is 7 plus 3?
10.
100. We're done.
And put a 1 here. And 1 plus 1 is?
10.
What's 1 plus 1?
2.
There you go. Good job. Okay. So now we know that he drove 207 miles on Tuesday. Now I got one more math problem to do, right? Because they want to know the whole thing. But this is where math will try to trick you. They put 207 here. So sometimes you might think, oh, it's 207, and you bubble it in and you're done. But you're not, right? Because they want to know how far he drove on both days. Okay, so we got to keep going. So same thing, go ahead and unmute and tell me, what is 9 plus 7?
16.
15. 16.
16. Put my 6 here, put my 1 up here. What's 2 plus 1?
3.
3.
Good.
3.
And one more, what's 2 plus 1 again?
3.
3. So how many miles did Mr. Coleman drive all together?
336.
336. All right. Good job, guys. You can erase. We're going to do one more together.
Okay.
Okay. Now this one, I'm going to use the numbers from this problem, but we're going to do it a little differently. Okay? So, I want you guys to find the sum of 258 and 436, but I want you to break apart the numbers. I want you to practice that strategy. So break apart the numbers, and we can do this together, but I want you to write it on your whiteboard. So 258. How many hundreds are in 258? 2. So how would I write it as 200? What would be my first number?
200.
200, right? So we're gonna write 200. And then you put a plus sign. How many tens are in 258? Go ahead and unmute and tell me.
50.
5, which would be written as 50. Good. And then how many ones are in 258?
8.
8. Good. Okay, next number. 436. How many hundreds are in 436?
400.
400. So there's 4 hundreds. We'd write it as 400. Good. How many tens are in
30.
30? And how many ones?
6.
Good job, guys. Okay, so this is how you break apart the numbers. Okay? Then you add it together. So what is 8 plus 6? 14. Good. So I'm going to write 14 here. Right? What is 50 plus 30?
80.
80. Good. And what is 200 plus 400?
600.
600. Now here's where sometimes it gets tricky. I have a 10 here, right? So what's 80 plus 14?
69. 94.
94.
That's what I meant. My brain's on it.
94, right? And then we have our 600. So our answer is going to be 694.
694.
Okay.